think today I want to share what I've been struggling with for the past few years. Some people may not know that I've been affiliated with a church that is very controlling. My parents introduced me into this church while I was very young, at a very young age, at 10 years old. And since then, I've been in this church, and it has shaped my mind and my life. My husband's family are also all in the church, and my parents are in this same church for more than 2 decades now. And we decided to leave, mostly because of how the teachings and the preachings invalidate mental health and mental illnesses. Particularly, their preaching regarding depression and anxiety. They preach that a Christian should not have depression or should not experience depression because clinically, the clinical definition of depression is low moods and low emotions for more than 2 weeks, or more than a week, or more than 2 weeks. And they said that if you have faith in God, even if you have a bad situation in life, or a bad event, or an unfortunate event in life, you will have faith that God will help you go through it. Therefore, if you fall into depression, meaning you let yourself fall into depression, meaning they say that you don't have enough. They're implying that you don't have enough faith in God, or your faith is weak. So ever since I had my emotional breakdown in May at work, all my traumas have been coming back to me. My childhood traumas, my church traumas. I've experienced physical discipline, physical abuse. They call it discipline in the Asian culture or the Filipino culture, the way they discipline their children using physical violence. But I call it abuse because the way I was disciplined was not discipline, it was abuse. My dad always say, "Oh, I do it because, I love you," but that's typical. That's what a typical abuser would say. And even throughout my adulthood, my father never really changed. He has anger issues, and he knows he has anger issues, and he cannot control his anger. I will be sharing a conversation between my dad and me. This was the last conversation we had for more than a month now. They've decided to not speak to me and my family. They haven't contacted me since this conversation. And I just want to share these intimate details because I believe that being open about your struggles, about your mental health, about your mental illness and your trauma is good for you, because people will know how to support you. People will know how to help you. I will be sharing a long conversation between me and my father through message. So I'll be sharing some screenshots. So So yeah, so I hope I could help people be more open with their mental health, with their struggles, with their trauma, by sharing mine, and, you know, break the stigma on talking about these hard topics, about these hard things that we go through in life. Because if we don't, you know, we won't really get over it. But yeah,